Timberwolves on Friday. The Purple and Gold are set to host the 9-4 Bulls tonight before embarking on a 5-game East Coast road trip. So, Shannon, are you feeling better or worse about the Lakers after the weekend?
Worse, because I'm not putting a whole lot of stock in them beating the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs are a bad team.
Yep.
They're in rebuild mode. They don't have a whole lot to show. They're 4-9, Skip. So, but I think the Minnesota Timberwolves, because it goes to show you that they're still turning the ball over. They had another 20 turnover game. They start playing defense in the third quarter, 40-12. They got outscored, and what was a 3-4 point lead at one point going into the third quarter. All of a sudden, is a 25, 26 point deficit start the fourth quarter. So for me, and when you look at it, Russell Westbrook is matching his career high in turnovers. Now, his previous career high, Skip, was at his MVP season when he averaged 31, 10, and 10. Well, maybe you could offset that. 5 turnovers, guy giving you 31 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. But a guy giving you 19, 9, and 8, that ain't going to be able to overcome that. And win to date, because I think the Bulls are one of the teams. I think the Bulls are legit. They got 2 legit scorers, the DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. Lonzo Ball is shooting the ball extremely well. We know what Caruso is, Skip. He's a scrappy guy, can make timely shots, defend at a high level. They got, I think Vucevic is in protocol right now, Skip. But they have a big guy, a 7-foot guy that can play with his back to the basket. He can shoot the 3. It would have been interesting to see, had he been there, what it would look like. But if they were to win this game tonight, Skip, for me, minus LeBron, this would be their most impressive. But Russ had another 7 turnover performance yesterday. The thing is, 7 turnovers, 7 assists. That's not good enough. And they stopped playing defense because this game shouldn't even been this close yesterday, Skip. I'm watching on my way back. Had 2 iPads, had watching on the airplane, watching from my phone. And I'm like, okay, they're up 14. They got this. Next thing I know, it's a 2-point game. What the hell?
2-point game with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah. Turnovers is killing them, Skip. Turnovers, and they're not playing any defense.
So you just said that if they do beat the Bulls tonight, it would be their most impressive win. But can somebody please, starting with you, explain to me how they got 12 of their first 15 games at home? This is the final one of those 12.
Right.
And how did you swing it that the Bulls had to play the Clippers first last night, so now you even got the Bulls on a back-to-back, albeit at Staples.
Well, we played back-to-back, too. You make it seem like we didn't play yesterday.
You got the Spurs, and you got them at 12:30 Pacific time, so you got a day and a half off.
We ain't got no day and no half.
Yes, you did, and the Bulls had a knockdown, drag-out battle, because I watched every dribble of it.
It wasn't no knockdown, drag-out. They beat the brakes off you.
They didn't beat the brakes. That was a close game with 2 minutes to go, and Zach LaVine said, I got this.
Exactly.
He is playing at an MVP level as we speak.
DeMar DeRozan is too.
Well, both of them. And they are a handful because the Clippers had won 7 in a row. And for a second, I thought they had their 8th. And then they didn't because these guys got it. And Lonzo Ball is playing some serious defense.
Other night, he shot, he's made seven threes.
Because he got up into Paul George last night, and he was giving him the business.
Yeah.
He was making it hard on playoff P because he was making him look like regular season P. So the point is, you get a break because that was a very physical battle last night with the Clippers, and now you got them with no. I assume Vucevic isn't going to play.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But the point is, here we go, back to our man, Russell Westbrook. So I agree with you. It was shocking to me that, especially on Friday night, a game I watched from start to finish, that you lost the third quarter to the Timberwolves 40-12. You had a lot of trouble in third quarters, but this was all-time bad because how do you lose 40-12 at home?
Well, this is how you lose 40-12 at home. When you turn the ball over, which means you don't even get shots up at your rim. And you don't play defense. So you get no points on your possession. And they get everything they want on their possession. That's how you lose 40-12.
Karl Anthony Towns was 6 of 7 from the floor, 4 of 5 from 3. That was 18 points in that third quarter on Friday night.
Anthony Edwards.
And they all did, but they just didn't miss any shots. But your man, Carmelo Anthony, they kind of live and die off Melo. Like, are you going to save us or not? He went 0 for 5 from the three-point line in the third quarter, and that's the ball game.
Well, and plus, you know what, Skip, and I think the lineup now, they had to get Kent Bazemore because over the last 3 games, he had given them nothing. I could see, Skip, where he wasn't defending at the level that they needed, and he was giving them no offense. So at least you got to be able to be something. You got to be elite at one level.
Yep.
If you're not going to score, you got to stop other people from scoring. Well, he can't do that, and he's giving you nothing on the offensive end. Malik Monk come in late, they go. Wayne Ellington. I can just imagine, Skip, it's going to be hard pressed. There are going to be some guys that get shortchanged in minutes once LeBron gets back because Wayne Ellington and Malik Monk is giving you offense. Carmelo has been sensational. Yeah, he had. Now, I would love to see him take just a little bit of that from Staples, take that on the road with him, Skip.
Well, you've got your chance now because you start Wednesday night at Milwaukee. 5-game road trip.
Yeah, and Milwaukee just got it handed to them by the Hawks last night.
And they've been getting it handed to them by everybody.
They have.
But your man THT was finally back last night, and he looked good. In fact, I thought I'd give him an A for his performance last night. But it is now time for our daily excitement called the Russell Westbrook blooper reel.
There you
and
go.
If we could start with his turnovers just on Friday night. Could we see the 5 on Friday night, please? Here we go against the T-Wolves.
What is that?
I don't know. Russ,
I know the people pay a lot of money for those seats, but they're not in the game.
Come on.
And I hit a 3.
That's high school. Come on, Russ. Russ,
that's the start of the third.
This is in the third quarter. Yeah. Russ, what was that? Who did he throw
and then he put his hands up like, what? You supposed to be? Look at this.
Russ, are you colorblind? I'm starting to think he can't see the color of the jerseys. I don't know. Which brings us to yesterday against what's left of my Spurs. 7 more turnovers.
7.
And he's running away with the NBA
It's not
lead.
even close.
Not even close. Here's the 7.
Skip, what is that?
Russ. Come on, Russ. Oops. That's just careless. Russell, you got this. You got this. Whoops. No, you don't got this. Russell. What? Oh, that's offensive foul, little left-hand forearm shiver. Here we go. Russ. No, those men in black. You got to see the men in black.
Look at this.
Okay. Did you not see him? Russ. Give up a dunk to Derek White. Come on, Russ. That's 7 more turnovers. So where are we now? He's up to 76 for the year. That is 8 clear of James Harden, who's back at 68. It's just hard to overcome that.
It is. Because here's the thing. People are like, but I'm telling you, when a guy turns the ball over like this, come playoff time, Skip, you know the possessions become more valuable. The last thing that you want to do is give up your possessions. You want to at least get a shot at the basket. He's not even giving you an opportunity to get a shot at the basket.
What do they say in your game? You have to value the football.
You do.
If you're running with it, you have to protect it.
Yes.
You have to keep it like it's sacred. You have to hold on to it. If it takes 2 hands, hold on to it with 2 hands. Russell has no respect for valuing the basketball.
Nobody's ever made him accountable for turning the ball over like that.
Has he ever gotten yanked from a game for a turnover? No.
Because he was so great, Skip, they've just lived with that. It's kind of like a great guy. Because Skip, remember early in his career, Adrian Peterson had a problem fumbling the football.
He did.
But because he was so great, he rushed for 1,700, 2,000 yards. You're like, well, oh, hell, what? That's the least of my problem. Well, Russ is giving you triple doubles. Russ is giving you 25 points a night. You're like, oh, well, we can tolerate that. But you're not going to win a guy that turns the ball over like that, you're not winning a championship because the basketball is too valuable in the fourth quarter, late in ball games, to have him be in charge of it. It's kind of hard to have a bank robber in charge of the bank, Skip.
That's true. I agree.
The money going to come up missing.
Yes.
And when the money come up missing, everybody looking like, what's going on?
I thought it was significant. Down the stretch yesterday, much of the time, guess who dribbled the ball up and Russell was on the court? THT, because LeBron has blessed him because he is careful with the basketball. He makes much better decisions with the ball than Russell makes.
Yes, Russell's just he's just reckless with the football.
Basketball. That's or both. He dribbles the basketball like it's a football, right?
Skip, he'd been a heck of a running back. With his mentality.
Safety,
No, I want the ball in his hands. Okay. I just want him to just turn this run.
Okay.
Because he run angry. he dribbles angry.
He dribbles angry. He plays completely out of control, which actually works when you're running with the football, right? You would hit the hole as hard as you could hit it. But again, you seem to live and die with Carmelo. And if we could see one last shot yesterday against the Spurs, the dagger was provided by Melo. I mean, he's unbelievable. Look at this. Here's the kick out from AD to Melo. And as soon as
you know when he start bouncing, he start bouncing with that thing.
I know. He bounces, and as soon as it left his hand, I said, that's good.
Oh, yeah, that's money.
That's money. Look at this.
Everybody knew what it was.
Look at that.
THT put his hands up.
He's hitting his head.
Watch THT.
Yep.
Look at THT at the bottom.
Yep.
I knew what it was.
He's got it.
They saw me on the plane. They're like, what are you doing?
Ball game.
Don't worry about it.
Ball game. Way to go.
Yeah.
So, can Carmelo take that?